if you feel confident that we need to review something, it's like, yeah, sure. It takes like 10 seconds. Like, how arrogant would you have to be to just like blow it off every time? Every once in a while, I might be like, I know I'm good, but
well, yeah. And most of the time when you tell me we're good, I'm like, okay,
yeah,
you know. But I had actually seen the footage was the only part of that.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's just like, hey, we good, and you're like, yeah, and I'm like, okay. Like, just remember, you're gonna have to take care of this later. Well, you know, that's usually
the drone footage later. I'm like, hey, did you get those shots? You're like, yeah, dude, they're good. I'm like, are they? And you're like, yeah, no, they're good. I'll look at them later. I'm like, yeah, these are pretty good. But every once in a while, we got a little floating shot. And I'm like, hey, where's that angle at? And you're like, yeah, the wind wasn't working out. And it's like, all right, man, we'll fix it in post. We'll get it in post. Don't worry,
dude. There used to be so much that I just like forgot, didn't know how to get it, and I just like, we're okay.
Which is funny because that's the opposite of you maybe going off script or off from the initial. Maybe it wasn't intentional, but like it just, whatever. It'll work out. We got plenty of footage.
Well, and that was kind of part of the thing that you and I, again, learning our differences, and there were so many things that I saw you take that were just piles of dog doo-doo.
For drones?
Well, drone, I mean, whatever it was. Like, this was part of the reason why I wanted to partner with you, because I saw what you could do. You know, I mean, that's one of the things, like, with a good editor is you could take...
You could see so much doo-doo.
You could take... No, well, that's the thing. You could take crap footage.
Yeah. And
turn it into something that looked really good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was just like...
That's how TRIFLIX 1 made it so long.
Well,
I wasn't necessarily a great DP initially. I was just a really good editor.
Exactly. And it's... I see the importance of it so much. And it's... You know, I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea that we're like molding things into a way that's not authentic. But I still think that like it's an art and it's a... You know, it's a craft.
Yeah.
There was one Tuesday tip that we shot that was so incoherent. Like, I don't even know what was wrong with me that day. I think the only thing was I don't think I had an outline. And I was just...
You gotta have it.
I was really just going off the rails. I knew my point A and my point B, but I had nothing in between.
Yeah.
So, it felt very just rambling incoherency. Like, we got done and I said, do you think that you have something you can work with? He's like, oh yeah, you know how chill he is. He's like, I got you, man, whatever. And I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, it's cool. And he put it together and I didn't even recognize it.
Yeah.
I was like, it was very well done, and that is invaluable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like an actor. You just throw them in a set and it's like, how well can they perform? And I was talking to Kat about this, about trying to find some actors for a role we needed. And I was like, well, what's their background? Are they theatrical or are they performance, like camera based? Like, not necessarily Hollywood, obviously we're in Indiana, but like, do they have familiarity being on camera? And she's like, a good actor can do both. And I was like, I never thought of it that way. It's like, if somebody is an expert, it doesn't matter what you hand them, they will be able to kind of mold it into something professional. Like, and not, you know, there's always exceptions. Like, we've run into some real bad footage before, but like,
sometimes there's nothing you can do with it.
But they're much more capable based on their expertise.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, our brains are like hardwired to tell stories, like, and communicate in narratives, and that is like our entire profession. Just taking something and, like, you know, Daniel, he's like, he turned it into like something that like your brain can like understand.
Yeah.
And I think this